Henshin, a word that's synonymous with Tokusatsu and Kamen Rider. But with all of the Rider Henshins that exist, whose is the coolest? Over time, these Henshins have gotten more and more elaborate and unique. But today we're going to find out which one is the best. This is a list of the top 10 coolest, most unique, most memorable Kamen Rider Henshins of all time. And of course, let me know your list in the comments. Number 10, Kamen Rider Faiz. Back in the early 2000s, the cell phone concept was pretty cool. He pulls out his flip phone and then attaches it to his belt. And I really like the red laser effect that goes over his whole body. By today's standards, it might not seem that crazy, but at the time, it seemed pretty cutting edge. If only I could have activated a suit of armor via my Motorola Razr flip phone. Number 9, Dino. Gotta love the train sounds and the way the visor rides on the track of his helmet. I really like the concept of determining what form he's in by what Imogen has possessed him at that time. And of course, Ore Sanjo. Number 8, Kamen Rider Gaim. You've got the lock seeds, which are basically master locks based on fruit. And then whenever the Henshin is initiated, a zipper opens up a section of the sky, and fruit comes out and drops onto their head before becoming their armor. Now, if you'd never seen the show and I just described that to you, you would probably think it was some crazy sounding stuff, right? But that's Gaim, and it pretty much works. When this show came out, it was at the height of Fruit Ninja's popularity. So I think they were sitting around there like, yo, Fruit Ninja's really popular, so what should we do? Fruit Samurai. Sounds good. Henshin! Number 7, Yuki. It's time to Henshin. Gotta find a mirror, or a window, or a puddle, or some kind of reflective surface. But it's not over yet at that point, because they have to ride their go-kart between worlds. Number 6, Kamen Rider Build. So this series uses full bottles, which are little vials of scientific liquid stuff. And he shakes them up, puts them in his driver, and then he has to spin the crank. I really like how it pops up both halves of his suit, one in front of him and one behind him, before it just slams into his body and puts the armor on him. Very cool. And Build is so geek chic, and what I mean by that is that, if you're into math problems and stuff like that, and science, there's a lot of flair on the screen to set that kind of theme. Number 5, Kamen Rider W. Everything about W is just absolutely stylish, and his Henshin is no exception. So W is 2 riders, Sho and Philip. And each one of these riders controls a different half of Kamen Rider W, literally a different half of his body. So when they Henshin, they make a W with their arms on the screen, which is pretty cool. And the wind from Cyclone blows everywhere as he's Henshining. And then he'll tell you to count up your sins, and it's game time then. Number 4, Kamen Rider Black. He has a very dark 80s industrial style, right? Very reminiscent of the Tim Burton Batman movies or the first 2 Terminator movies. Just very dark and gritty. And when he's Henshining, it shows him as a full-blown grasshopper during the animation. And just like everything else with this show, there's not any more that's done than needs to be. There's no excess. It's very down and dirty, and I really like that. Fight! Number 3, Geats. Now, Ace is just a stylish and cool dude, and that's probably why he's so popular in Japan and he has everybody following him around. He is the fox. He is the Kitsune rider. And he makes a fox hand symbol with his fingers and then snaps. Because, you know, he's too cool to just say Henshin and do it. He has to add a little bit of flair and style. Man oh man does Geats have some nice looking forms. But even his base form looks awesome. There's not a lot of riders that are going to give you a more stylish Henshin than Kamen Rider Geats. Number 2, Kamen Rider Kiva. Why is Kiva here? It's as simple as the fact that there are no other riders that Henshin by having a metal bat come and bite them. And when this happens, it triggers a stained glass type effect all over his face. Chains come and circle around his body, and it really reminds me of Spawn. But you know, Kiva is such a cool and stylish show that he could honestly just Henshin like Kamen Rider 1, and it would be sick, just because of the music and the dark styling. And you know, not everybody could make this list, so here's some honorable mentions. And the number 1 coolest Henshin of all time, Kamen Rider Ghost. Now I know some of you guys are going to be like, what? Why is it Ghost? And I'll tell you why. Because he puts plastic eyeballs in his belt, and then ghosts fly out of it, fly around his body and attach themselves to him, and become his armor. Very unique. When he henshins, he uses various Japanese hand signs, and I honestly can't tell you what they mean, but if you're in the comments and you understand ancient Japanese, like ninjutsu hand signs and stuff like that, then throw in the comments. But I'll be real with you, I really just put him here because of aesthetics, because I think it looks freaking cool. But hey, that's just my list. Let me know yours in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, it would mean a lot if you would smack the shit out of that like button. Thanks for watching, and I'll check you next time. Bye.